I'm not qualified.
I have been dying for an excuse to babysit the neighbor's kids.
I've done homeschool for 9 days and I've mastered it. And I'm very excited to bring you my new online course.
I was already homeschooling before everybody else started doing it, so I'm still really unique. I have slept about 2 hours a night for the last 10 nights, but I think I have found an educational philosophy that will sustain the tone and tenor of our classroom.
But it doesn't really matter what happens, because no matter what happens, I have a plan.
Dance breaks, puzzle breaks, twister breaks.
If the school district could stop being an Enneagram 9 and make a decision already, that would be fan-freaking-tastic.
Schooling from home is going to be a lot of together time, which is fine and wonderful.
If my children are home with me this coming school year, I fear for their future, because they will be taught by a completely inadequate, unqualified human being. That's why I send them to school, because there's people there that like things like art and music, easy math, history and reading, and they know all those things, and they're very intelligent and very bright, very incredible human beings. They're called teachers. They choose to be around little children and enlarge their minds and open up their brains to new experiences. And I cannot match that. They are here and I am here. The gap in the knowledge between a teacher at my children's school and me, their mother, is like as far as the east is from the west.
I say, bring it on. The schools might be closed, but this house is open for business. You guys, I think it's so great my kids are going to be learning from home. Do you know how many snack breaks they're going to need? I'm in heaven. I have been dying for an excuse to babysit the neighbor's kids for some time now, so this works out very nicely. I told my neighbor, Holly, you bring those kids by anytime. Open door. Don't call ahead. Boundaries are for weak people. Is there anything better than helping someone out? Just swooping in and being a hero and indebting them to you in perpetuity. I hope the schools never open. Then they'll need me forever.
Having my kids home with me puts a serious crimp in my style. I'm trying to run my 4 businesses, plus a side hustle or 2, and homeschooling. It's a challenge. However, I did do it successfully in the spring. We had a streak of 9 days straight that I homeschooled. It's not my first choice, but I will not tell anyone that, and everyone will think that I love it, and I will win. I don't know what the prize is, and I don't know who I'm racing, but I will win. I will be the best at it, and I will win. So therefore, I have a new online course, how to stagger your days so that your children get educated and you also get to run your businesses. Because nobody can do it better than I can, even though teachers can do it much better.
Goodness, are the schools opening late? I hadn't heard anything about it. I really try very hard to stay off the news feeds. Also, I was already homeschooling before everybody else started doing it, so I'm still really unique. I just adore homeschooling. I am intoxicated by my children's curiosity and creativity and by the complete and total lack of structure. Structure just makes me super duper itchy. Sorry, I think I just need a little thieves spray. Did I mention I sell for Young Living oils? I start every school day in the same way. First, I rub just a drop of anointing essential oil on each of the children's heads, and we set an intention for the day. Then we all drink a thimbleful of kombucha, and when we're done with that, we stand outside and we feel the wind in our faces for about 45 minutes, and we describe how it makes us feel. I've always created my own curriculum from scratch. I just find these box curriculums with their math and geography to be just so confining. I mean, where's the theater? Where's the molding clay? If you cannot produce molding clay, then we have nothing to say to each other, sir. I spoiled myself and I went on a little bit of a research bender. I have slept about 2 hours a night for the last 10 nights, but I think I have found an educational philosophy that will sustain the tone and tenor of our classroom for the next 8 to 10 weeks. I studied over 30 educational philosophies during that time just to simply compare and contrast them, including Charlotte Mason, the classical approach, the Montessori method, Waldorf, unschooling, Rhodes schooling, world schooling, traditional schooling, eclectic schooling. I'll tell you which method I think is best, but it would take a long time to explain, so I think I'll just keep that information to myself. I will say this though, one word, 4 letters. STEM. It's going to be lit. I also watched about 100 hours on YouTube of day-in-the-life homeschool videos. I was just hoping that if I watched internet strangers homeschool for long enough that I would work up the courage to do it myself. I mean, eventually I have to feel ready, right? Right?
No, I do not yet know what's going to happen with my kids' schooling this fall. I do know that it will be one of the 27 contingency plans I have worked out here. Plan A, go to school. Plan B, homeschool. Plan C, go back to school and within a week be sent home because someone tests positive for COVID. Plan E, go to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday, homeschool Tuesday, Thursday. Plan F, homeschool in the mornings, go to school in the afternoons. Plan H, plan I, plan K, plan L, plan M. Ooh, Plan N is a good one. Plan O, plan D, plan G, plan R. Ooh, Plan S is not my favorite. Hope it doesn't come to that. Plan D, plan U, plan B. Plan W, move to Sweden. So it's going to be one of these. I've got our passports, if one of them requires moving out of the country. I have 4 different tutors on hold. I have school uniforms pressed and ready to go. But it doesn't really matter what happens because no matter what happens, I have a plan.
Here's where we're at. Here's what we know. Let's break it down. School's opening late. That's the reality, my mans. Oh, wait. What's that? Bowl of lemons? You want me to squeeze you into lemonade? Feel the squeeze, baby. This is going to be rad. You might be tempted to hear in this moment that you have to rearrange your whole life for the next 8 to 10 weeks to accommodate virtual learning. You know what I hear? We can school in pajamas. We can school with pancakes. We can school in costume. Dance breaks, pizza breaks, twister breaks, puzzle breaks. Doing 3rd grade again sounds like a friggin' ball, man. Let's rock some subject-verb agreement. But this isn't going to be like forever though, right? Like I'm not like locked into this long term, am I? Am I?
Of course, I want my kids to be back in school. Of course, I want my kids to be safe and healthy. I want both of these things. What I don't want is indecision. I don't know if I'm hiring a nanny, if I have to quit my job. I don't know if I have to order child-sized hazmat suits. I don't know what's happening, and school starts in about a month, or it's supposed to. So if the school district could stop being an Enneagram 9 and make a decision already, that would be fan-friggin-tastic. If I have to fill out one more survey, I'm gonna lose it. And that is a big comment coming from me, because I have never turned down an opportunity to share my opinion. I don't care what they did in Europe. I don't care what they did on the other coast. I just want a decision for my district. One district in the entire state and in the entire country. One. I just want to know what this one district is going to do.
This is fine. This is fine. This is going to be just so very fine. I understand the perspective of the school districts, of course. And I fully understand the perspective of the parents. I understand. Just blanket understanding. Blanket. Schooling from home is going to be a lot of together time, which is fine and wonderful. We're instituting what I call 10 to Zen. Every hour, we all just kind of float away from each other for 10 minutes, refill the peace tank. I think homeschool would flow a lot more easily if my husband didn't insist on showing up in Revolutionary War costumes and reenacting parts of the musical Hamilton to try to contribute to our children's history lesson, thereby interrupting my curriculum and my time and the lesson plan that I actually worked really hard on. He is such a freaking 7. It's fine. Whew! That felt good. I feel good. Ow. I have always created my own curricula. I have always created my own curricula. That's definitely not right.